Here with more on all the news that's been breaking. Fox News contributors Ari Fleischer, Kellyanne Conway. All right, Kellyanne, let's get your take on this. No surprise, really, to me anywhere. I'm not really surprised. I had hopes for New Jersey. It was a hope. There was a shot. There was a chance. But the math was the math. And I knew that going in. 250,000 people left in 3 years, nearly 1 million vote advantage for Democrats, registered over Republicans. So I was realistic as well.
No doubt. This is what happened when Democrats turn out to vote in largely Democratic blue states, and that's what happened. The one curious thing, though, Sean and Ari, is that the voters told pollsters they want lower taxes, fewer regulations, less crime, less chaos with respect to migration. They want to make sure that the police are respected and that their values are reflected. And then they went and voted against all of that today in the form of these governors. Look, Jack Ciattarelli, we were all very hopeful, but guess what? The Fox News voter analysis suggests that he failed to win young men and to replicate what President Trump did one short year ago with Hispanics, with union households, with independents. So to the extent that tonight is a referendum on President Trump at all, guess what? It means that he's one of one. You can get his endorsement, and this is a clarion call for 2026, folks. You can have President Trump's endorsement. It doesn't mean you're going to win. You have to do what he did. You have to go and dip into these unfamiliar to Republican constituencies. You've got to be very specific and granular and show up every single moment. One quick point about Virginia. Spanberger's margin of victory is so large, Sean, that she brought over that Jay Jones character to be the chief law enforcement officer of Virginia. He barely won. He won by a far smaller margin than she did. She dragged him over, and now he should be a drag on her. Because, my goodness, we've got a socialist, anti-Semite, pro-Hamas guy as mayor of New York and the chief law enforcement officer in Virginia in the age of political assassination attempts and successful attempts. We have a man who has threatened the lives of other people. I think that's one of the biggest stories of the night to me. And I also think that Republicans got to do what they did in 2024 with President Trump, get that vote out early, swamp the vote. Look, for me, early voting is 7 a.m. on Election Day, but early vote is a real thing now, and we have to step it up and participate the same way the Democrats do.
Ari Fleischer, let's get your take on tonight.
Well, blue states are blue states, and that's why the Democrats won tonight. But if you take a step back, Republicans in 2022 took the House of Representatives. There was no red wave, but they took the House. 2024, they took the White House. They took the Senate. I would rather be the Republicans in having done that than the Democrats in 2025 who kept some blue governor's mansions. Looking ahead to the future, the Democrats have a horrible problem now on their hands, and his name is Zohran Mamdani. Mamdani will be the middle name of every Democrat running in every race around the country. And the socialist win tonight is not over. There's a race in Minnesota right now where a socialist may beat the incumbent Democratic senator of Minneapolis. Keep your eye on that race. Socialism is a growing problem for the Democratic Party. And the more the Democrats embrace socialism with all the horrors that it entails, the crime that'll take place in New York City, the abandonment of New York City by the successful and the taxpayer, this is what's going to hurt the Democratic reputation and base going forward. It's hollowing out the Democratic Party. I would so much rather, even with tonight's bad results, be the Republicans in the big picture than the Democrats. There's also, I just want to add, a race in Maine we should pay attention to tonight. It's a ballot initiative to see if voters in Maine want to mandate driver's licenses in order to vote. That looks like it's going to pass. So outside of the bigger races here, pay attention to Minneapolis, pay attention to that ballot initiative in Maine. But it's a tough night for Republicans. But it sets up 26. Republicans are running against socialism.
Oh, I actually think I'd take that battle, that ideological battle, any day of the week, to be very honest, Ari. But Ari Fleischer, Kellyanne, great to see you both. Thank you both for joining us. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.